Welcome back to a very full week of singing, voiceovers, crafting, baking, some more crafting, lots of stickers, and coffee. Thank God there is coffee. And of course I am still doing keto, so coconut oil and some pumpkin spice in it. You do what you gotta do for the vibe, man. Welcome back to the channel. So I finally have my beta readers picked out, and they've started to read through and give me some really great feedback on book 2 in the Silverage Murders, and I am so excited. It's really fun to feel like I've found some people that are just really invested and giving really good constructive criticism. Like, it's easy to say this is crap or whatever, but to be able to to deliver things in a way that's like, oh, you did this and this is really good, and we really like how things are moving, how the pace is going and the flow and everything. Maybe you could try this. It's really great, and I feel like I'm finding some people that I really like working with. So that is awesome. Idea was that book 2 was going to be coming out in the beginning of November. I'm thinking probably more towards late November at this point, because there's just so much good feedback, and I'm like, obviously I want the book to be the best that it can be. My first thought was that, okay, Preptober, October, I would be outlining book 3, and then for Nano/Rough Draft Challenge in November, I'd be plowing the first draft of book 3. I'm not completely sure how I'm going to do this now, honestly, because I want to make sure that I make it as good as it possibly can be. It's been really cool to get to hear what the different beta readers have kind of experienced and how they feel with the chapters. I think it's really cool to be able to find a bunch of people that are kind of into the same stuff that you are. So this really is one of those times where, pacing myself is really important. Subtle foreshadowing there. It's not always easy to remember, and I tend to be very full steam ahead. And sometimes when you're dealing with chronic illness, that doesn't work. Today is a bit of a crazy day because I've had a voiceover in town in the city, had to drop Gugu off at school, and now I have to go back to do some student counseling, and then tonight I have 2 shows. So it's a bit of a day. In my defense, though, I did rest when I got home. Just possibly, maybe we should do a little bit of Skunk and Nancy. Why? Because sometimes I like to scream. As fun as it is to sing and to do things creatively, I also do need to factor in downtime, because otherwise this happens. It really is a fine balance, and through the years I have gotten so much better at it, because doing creative things and all of that stuff, it's not just fun, it also recharges my energy. So that's one of the reasons I do my subscription box and all the stickers that I do. It gives me energy, as long as I don't overdo it. It's a really bad flare week, which sucks. It's those transitional seasons between summer and fall. For you guys, I think you can probably hear the rain. It's crazy raining outside. Yesterday it was stormy. So the week has been really rough and it felt really crap. And today I was hoping so much that I'd be able to make it to work, and And then when I woke up this morning, it was just super, like I couldn't move. The pain was to the point where it just like feels like you're bruised from the inside out and nothing can move. So I was just, I got dressed and started to get ready to go to work. It took me forever. And then I just broke down crying because I was just like, it's taken everything I have just to get out of bed. How am I going to get through a work day? And sometimes it just doesn't matter how much you plan or how good your intentions are. Flares are just going to happen when they happen. And those are the times that I just kind of have to go, okay, I'm reconciling with this. It is hard, it is difficult, but this is what it is. And I need to just deal with the situation as it comes. I'm just not good at pushing the pause button. So these past few days have been barely getting out of the bed, crappy, still not feeling great. But the stormy weather has calmed down a little bit. And we're gonna do some baking and some crafting today. What are you making?
The perfect dammsugare.
A damn sucker?
Yeah, there you go.
A dammsugare, or a vacuum cleaner, is a Swedish pastry. While David starts working on the damn sucker, the vacuum cleaner, technically translated, I wanted to show you guys a casualty of the storm. I don't know if it's going to be salvageable, but it's going to be easier to trim now, at least. My poor rose bush has been ripped up from the storm by the roots. They're ripped up, and I don't know if we're going to be able to get it back down. We need to take a chunk of the bush, at least, down. The yard in general is a jungle at the moment. Honestly, when I feel shitty like this, I don't get a lot of stuff done around the house. That's just how it is. So I think the project for today is going to be David's making vacuum cleaners, and I will be making a candle. I want to make a fall candle, and we need to do something about the rose bush, but I might make somebody else do that. Wood wicks, I think. Obviously orange. I might mix it with something else to get a bit of more deep color, and like these little stands that you put the wick into. Oh, that's good.
What do you call this? What's it?
I mean, Eric? I don't know. I did 200 grams of soy wax and 100 grams of paraffin. And I think I need to double all of that because I don't think this is going to be enough. It's way smaller when it melts. I've got a bit of bubbles. Not sure how that happened. I'm trying to be careful. I wanted to make a fall pumpkin candle, and we got this one. It's supposed to be pumpkin pie, but to me it smells like bubble gum. I don't know why. Still smells like...
Yeah.
That's not pumpkin spice.
No.
So we'll go with some stuff that kind of feels fallish. I'm thinking teak wood. We're mixing that with some brown sugar, sandalwood.
Didn't you have a spoon for this? Or some kind of stir or something?
Sandalwood and vanilla. I like it. It's not pumpkin spice, but it's definitely got that kind of coffee and teak wood, a little bit of apple in it, so I feel like it can definitely pass for like a fall scent. I am obviously not a professional candle maker, but to try to get the wicks to last a little bit longer because they burnt too fast in the one I made last year, I'm taking 4 of these and putting them into this, and then I'm going to be dipping it into the wax and kind of pressing them together to sort of make them like one thicker one. The colors I'm going to do for this blend are going to be garnet and brown, mixed with a bit of plum and burgundy. I think it'll be like a kind of a Wicked Witch, poison apple kind of mood. I really liked these candle holder container jar thingamabobs that I had from previous years that have had a pumpkin in them, and I kind of felt like, you know what, I'll reuse them. I do like to reuse and repurpose things. It just feels more sustainable. At this point, I'd kind of taken over the kitchen. David said it wasn't safe. I don't know where he gets that from, but the candles turned out really, really nice. I have honestly had the house decorated for fall pretty much all of September, but now that we're finally getting into October, the Halloween decorations are going to come out. So while I am resting, David is continuing on with his vacuum cleaner pastry thing. The reason that it's called a vacuum cleaner is that I think historically they would just, at bakeries, just take sort of the junk that was left over, scrap it up, wrap it in marzipan, dip the ends in chocolate, and it kind of looked like one of those 1950s vacuum cleaners, kind of. I don't know. That's not quite how we made these. And to be completely honest, you didn't get to see the end result because they were eaten. They were eaten too fast. It is officially fall, y'all. We had the autumn equinox was earlier this week, and my flare is subsiding, thank goodness. It is time to get rid of that rose bush.
Ow.
Are you okay?
It's stuck. Did you get it? Thank you.
It's huge.
Right?
I know. It just makes me sad. I always have a difficult time when it comes to saying goodbye to trees or bushes or anything, and I'm not the only one.
Oh, she did not approve.
I'm sorry.
Look, she's like...
At the end of the day, however, even if I love my crazy wild yard, it is so much nicer and so much tidier now that we did get rid of and take care of the bush. The flare has passed, and there's finally a bit of light at the end of the tunnel. I'll see you guys back here next week. Bye-bye.